Here's the case I call Pandora's boxing match. My favorite investigator of all time was a former boxer who spent World War II in the CIA. Let's call him Chuck. You couldn't invent this guy if you tried. Tough as nails, sharp as they come. So when Chuck called me for help, I knew something was seriously wrong. Chuck launched a small private intelligence firm and called it Cal Intel. Harmless enough, right? Well, not according to a certain high-powered tech company with a similar name. They sent him a cease and desist letter claiming trademark infringement. The irony was that Chuck's company had been around years before these guys, so they were just being bullies. I called the young associate who had sent the letter to Chuck, an Ivy League guy with a fancy title but with zero street smarts. I said to him, "Chuck isn't trying to compete with your company. He runs background checks." He started talking about the cease and desist again, but I cut him off. "Look," I said, "my client was using this name before your company was even on the drawing board. If I want to, I could make this very unpleasant for you guys." There was silence on the phone for a few beats, then a long sigh. In the end, we settled for a modest payout in exchange for my client agreeing to change the name. It wasn't a windfall, but it was good money for the time. I use this story often in mediation because in the legal world, just like in boxing or espionage, you've got to know where you're stepping. Sometimes a cease and desist letter is a knockout punch. And sometimes it's just a kid with gloves too big for his hands. The lesson? Don't throw punches unless you know what's in the other guy's corner. I'm Jeff Kravitz, expert mediator in Los Angeles. I solve problems. Let's talk about yours.